Yeah, so basically, I would explain you about what it is. SD is basically into four regions like pre-sales, sales, shipping, and billing. The four stages like which we see it from the working point of view. And we have certain scenarios like make to order, order to cash, uh, sale to finance, purchasing to sales. Like this, like multiple scenarios will be there in any SAP sales and distribution related scenario, and
Mm-hmm.
I will show you how the SAP basically uh, differs in the customization, configuration, testing, end user training. Because once you join a company, like they would be expecting you to be knowing the gap analysis, what is the gap is all about, how to understand the business process procedure, how to understand the BPML, business process master list, and how to understand the customized configuration, then the customization, then testing. That means you should know what is a unit testing, you should know what is an integration testing. So if you want to clear an interview, you cannot these days only certified guys without having standard implementation knowledge, they are not going to take them inside. So
Okay.
you have to be very careful in understanding what is required over here. So when we go to various activities, like as you understand the architecture of SAP, earlier we used to call it as R by 3, now
Mm-hmm.
we call it as ECC.
Okay.
So if you can see, ECC is having different layers like this. One is a technology layer, two is an application layer, three is the component layer. These days we
Okay.
call this SAP is not as ECC, we are terming it now as ERP. It's called
Mm-hmm.
SAP
Is it
ERP.
ERP?
Right.
Okay.
So and when it comes into NetWeaver, it is having all kinds of integrations like process, people, information, application platform, etc. Right.
Okay.
So we would be learning whatever we are going to learn in SAP SD. You also have to understand there is something in SD that's
Mm-hmm.
called something in ABAP. There is an integration between SD, MM, PP, and finance.
Right.
Suppose every sales order what we create, it is going to update in your ATP, available to promise.
Mm.
And you have certain concepts like item category determination. So you would have read about item category determination, right? Last in the
Right.
certification.
Right.
So now the way you understood there, you know only how item category is required and why it is working and all. But here you have to understand what are the settings the item category required when you want to change a particular service item from a sales item and a service item. What are the
Mm-hmm.
differences between both of them? So what is the link between your document type and item category? How it is going to differ, and what is the link between item category and schedule line category? So when you take pricing, pricing differs by markets, by products, by regions, by varieties of markets. So we will be learning how that pricing as a concept we are going to take it. So each topic, like when you are talking about pre-sales, sales, shipping, billing, I categorize them into something in different working models. So you have to understand, first of all, you have to understand what is control data. Second, it is called master data. Third, it is called transaction data. So control data is customization, what we do, and any real-time customization, there is nothing called from scratch, because SAP, ECC or ERP, by default it is coming with certain functionality.
Right.
So you have to understand the functionality of this particular product has to be well organized. That means people are buying SAP license because 85% it is ready-made.
Yeah.
So your customization levels are far lesser. If you don't understand the standard features of SAP, when will you understand what is required in SAP? You cannot understand. So in that case, what you have to do is, you would be taking the understanding of 3 levels actually. One is conceptual, what you already have in certification. Second is the analytical. That means the analysis driven knowledge. Suppose if you take a particular sales order, suppose I'll tell you one example of sales order. 5405. Not there. Taking an OR. Can you all mute from your end, because I'm having some noise? There is a mute button here. You can mute it.
Okay.
So what do I mean by analysis? You know what is a sales order, right?
Right.
Noise from the end. So when you open this, if you can see, there is RNet INST as one network installation service related product. So when you take this item, you have this schedule line. You can see this order quantity 4, rounded quantity, and it is also giving you the schedule line category as CD. Why the CD has come, you should able to justify. Because it's a service product, it is without delivery. So in the back end, there is a customization related to this. We have to go back and talking about before we start practicing, we have to do the analysis.
Okay.
So when you go to condition, so it is showing 15,000. So go here click on analysis. I'm talking about because conceptually you already have seen like how the concept can be learned. It's not that difficult. So where did you do your certification?
I did it from Ethos, Delhi.
It was okay. So you can see this condition record has been found.
Okay.
So this is an analysis which it says EK01 is a manual condition. If it is there, you can enter. So PR0, yes, it has been found, and record missing, access not executed, condition record has been found. This 40208 has been found. Access has not been executed due to the previous access. So it all depends on the independent linkages here. So why this has not been executed due to previous access? We should know this. Access
And
not
what's
been.
the reason?
Yeah, the reason what we have to go back and previously already access has been working, so we have to go back to SPRO and find out what this 50 access sequence is all about, to which condition table it is going and connecting, why it is saying already executed. So when there is some reason given by the system, as a consultant you should know why it is. Why is this saying missing? If I want to make it as condition record found, what I should do? What is this 208 condition record? So where I have to go? So that means go back. Here 00 is this one. Go to a condition record. Don't create anything. Why is it 60,000? 15 into 4 is 60,000. 4 items.
Right.
And tax is coming about 9,600 euros. Can you see this? This product?
Okay, it's like a price condition.
Yeah, the pricing conditions, and the scale is quantity based, and it is descending. The model is descending in the control. So everything here, if you can see here, so we can do, if there is any free goods here, we'll come to know here. We have to check for exact sales organization and the material.
Okay.
So as a functional consultant, your job is to not just only create and create and create. So most of the people who are learning these courses, what they do is, they know how to create a condition record. But if I ask them what is a TAD, how does TAD function, they should immediately tell me on what basis the item category is created. When we go to, so this TAD, so if I ask him, okay, he says that I worked on service related item categories, then immediately we'll ask him, can you tell me how does the item category function? So immediately this person has to, what is the difference between a document type function and a item category function? You have to very clearly identify.
Okay.
So that's what I say is, learning just creation, or you'll also learn from the help files, but analysis you have to put an effort. Very few people in the market, because that's the reason people are failing in the interviews. They don't know the functionality, how it works. They know how to create. If you tell them what is pricing, V/05, V/06, V/07, they will not listen. It's not T codes. It's generally not T codes. It is everything. It is not just transaction codes, it is functionality. You should tell about your customer scenario. Then you have to tell me about what sales document is having. Then you have to tell me about what are the taxes, what are the standard prices, what are surcharges. On the functional front, not on the system front. On system, if you tell me the IMG paths, I will not accept. You have to justify me with the scenario. Go to position. TAD. So TAD works like this. TAD's functionality is based on item type. On what document type is dependent on? There is something called sales document category. You remember that?
Yeah, like document type C, like documents which vary, this document belong to sales process, this is for delivery and this is for billing, like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even schedule and category also the ABCD categorization. And you know what categorization document types have? Item categories. TA belongs to?
No, I don't know this much in depth.
Sales and service. AG belongs to quotation. So anyway, we'll discuss that. Could not come today. Neha, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Neha? Neha,
Yes?
can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you hear me?
Sorry?
Yeah, I was just asking about. We were actually the class was scheduled at 11 o'clock.
Yes, right. I just had some emergency and I left my phone at my place itself, so.
Oh, okay. It's fine. So now you're okay, right? You're free, right? You don't have any.
Yes. I don't have any
Just-
further commitments.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So if you can see this particular diagram, what it talks about is pre-sales, sales, shipping, billing. Can you see this?
Right? Yes, I can.
These are the 4 stages which we will be learning.
Okay.
And this particular pre-sales, sales, shipping, billing is integrated to MM, if you can see here.
Yes, on the right hand side.
Yeah. So because for the ATP available to promise, it has to go to the warehouses.
Right.
And we also have this production planning. That means PP module. So PP why? Because in case of the stock is reducing fast, PP should know to schedule the production.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Right.
So that's the reason the integration from day one, from the enterprise structure itself, I would need you to understand. Somebody will tell me, sir, I have to learn integration. No, it is absolutely wrong. You don't need to learn integration from day one. When you're learning the architecture itself, it is integrated.
Okay.
Integration is not a topic. It is a continuous process. So because when you create a sales order, the accountability is there. When you are doing shipment, accountability is there. When you are doing a goods issue, there is a stock movement. Isn't stock account is because FI will maintain the stock account. Can you see this ground layer?
Yes.
FSCY is there for all modules.
Okay.
That's the reason it is horizontal.
Hmm.
Rest all are vertical modules. And this is a very important thing, Sales Info System, SIS. Because as part of the certification, SIS is not covered in detail.
Yes.
So you have to, because I am a master certified, so
Okay.
I know how the certification works, and I know what is the knowledge of the certificate people generally in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see this SIS,
Yes.
Sales Info System.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to learn what is this flexible, standard, early warning system. So there are some of the, that's what he says, a person should also have the knowledge of integration into the ASCS, Sales Information System. So be very, because when you see this, can you see contract requires an order but agreement doesn't require. This is a huge functional concept. You
Mm-hmm.
can see the scheduling agreement,
Yes, yes.
delivery, then the delivery to billing, and this dotted means that is a remote goods issue which is going to happen. That's called goods movement
Mm.
when you issue it, right? The stock is
Right.
going to reduce, and the stock accountability with again goods until the account is received, it will not update because money has to be received, right? Before the order is placed, some money will be received by the company.
Hmm.
That is the advance payment.
Okay.
Then only the shipment starts,
Right.
right?
Right.
So you have any question on this?
Okay, I'm fine with the way you're teaching, and since you are certified and you know the difference, like at what level I am and what level I aspire to, because like
Absolutely.
almost 15-20 days back, I had my technical interview over phone from
Uh-huh.
Accenture.
Okay.
The like
Accenture,
person
right?
over there, yeah, Accenture company. I got a call from them, but unfortunately, I could not convert it.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
that's when
what
I-
kind of
Yeah.
what kind of position is it? Was for a fresher?
Though the concerned person indirectly said they're looking for an experienced person, but they said, okay, we'll consider you for fresher, but somehow they just rejected my request.
This
But
this
again,
interview
I
has
was-
been
Right? Sorry?
forwarded by
A friend of mine who's like a senior software engineer, he's working at Hyderabad, he just referred my resume and then in 15 days I got a call and so on and so forth, but that's when I
No.
thought like,
no,
I'm lagging
it's all a
behind.
mess. It's all a mess. What they do is sometimes because somebody has referred employees reference, they will try to convince you. And what kind of questions did you feel that they were serious in for the recruitment?
What I thought, since it was my first interview for SAP, the trainer was quite polite. He started with some questions regarding customization settings. First question what he asked, that whenever you create a sales order, before creating a delivery, where is the data in sales order is stored? Being honest, during my training tenure, we were not told that there are any kind of tables. It's like he was a person who told me, okay, when you save the order, then your suppose sales document header data is saved in so and so table. Your
Yes.
item data is sold in this table, and your schedule line data is stored in third table. I was not aware that there was like table sort of a thing. Even we were not at all told in training.
Oh, okay.
Again, a simple
I
question.
understand.
Yeah, a second simple question he asked me.
Basically, see, I'll tell you, they cannot reject you because you don't know the tables. Okay, but yeah,
Okay.
knowing if you don't know the VBAC tables, VBAK tables, VBARL tables, then see there is definitely a concern. We generally call it as ABAP for SD consultant. So
Okay.
I know this issue frequently arises. what I do is, if you can see my screen, I have this ABAP for to answer such questions.
Okay.
This is the presentation like what we had at Capgemini. So here you will have all the table related information and how the functional models work, fundamentals, the
Okay.
views, the way to see the T codes. These are the tables. This is what he has asked.
Okay.
As simple as if this screenshot would have helped you.
Yes, but I was not at all aware of this.
Right. So yeah, so that's understood, because see, they know the weak points of the newcomers and they'll hit on that.
Okay.
Because I officially take interviews for because I'm an independent consultant now. But yes, for my process, I take interviews almost every day. I take 1 or 2 interviews in SD or CRM or FI or HANA or whatever it is. So I know if you want to really take somebody, there are some routes, some ways, and if you want to reject somebody, there are 1,000 ways.
Okay.
Right? If you want to take somebody, there is always a consideration is important. For rejection, I can have 100 reasons, isn't it?
Right. Since I don't know at
So-
present, like Retos people, they are saying that market is very much down. They haven't till date. They haven't like given us any opportunity.
These
So I'm just
Atos
worried.
guys, I'll tell you why I did ask you about who was these Atos guys, and I know other guys who have gone through Atos. These people have sent them to the so-called interviews. They all were rejected. See,
Okay.
if they would send 10 guys, one guy should have offer letter. Forget about the 9 other guys. So that's the reason, the resume creation, the way you create, you suppose in this interview they did not ask you about user exits, what we use in SD, but you have to get prepared. The routines, what we use in pricing, the VOFM T code, how do you add your functions, so that you have to know. How the requirements work within a pricing process, you have to know. There are a lot of things like which I will also send you the contents after this. Sunita will be sending you the SD contents. So let's have a further discussion on this. And are you aware of any supply chain related processes?
No.
Because to learn SD is part of supply chain management. I
Right.
think that you are aware of.
Like I have studied this subject in my MBA.
Oh, okay. But now you have to put it something very clear, because to the
Okay.
point you have to learn. You should have a crisp knowledge of supply chain process. Suppose like how the entire supply management works, the schedules, because I want my students to be exactly be very clear on how they run this SAP.
Okay.
Suppose if you don't want, hello, can you,
Yes, I can hear you.
there is a disturbance or okay?
Okay.
So I have this this model which because I am a bachelor's in mechanical and master's in international business, and
Okay.
worked with multiple ERPs and as a project manager, as an entrepreneur. So a lot of maybe I because I'm not just a consultant.
Okay.
I have run companies. I know how the things work, and I worked with industries. So all my knowledge put together today, I am at this position where I can guide you at a little better position, where because I am into training, I know what is a fresher position. I am certified, so I know how a certified person's mindset would be. When we start the certification, they'll show you the sky,
Yes.
and the end of the day, they say a lot of things. Market is good or bad, whatever it is, but there are positions in the market. Why? So in which year you passed out your masters?
I passed out in 2011. Then for almost 2 years, I was
Yeah.
working with HDFC Bank.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Hello?
Neha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
So which year you passed out your masters?
In 2011, I did my MBA. Then I was working with HDFC Bank. Then April this year only I decided to leave my job, and then I went ahead and did this my SAP training and took my exam. So it's been almost
sorry.
6 months I've been
I
sitting
I
at
am on
home.
mute. Yeah, sorry,
Hello?
like I was on mute. My
Okay.
speaker was on mute. Yeah,
Oh.
which year you passed out your masters?
I did in 2011.
Oh,
And
11.
from then I was working with HDFC Bank. I worked over there for almost 2 years.
Uh-huh.
But again, like I wasn't very much satisfied with the kind of a job I was doing. Since again, I'm also from a technical background. I've done my engineering and then MBA, and my brother is also SAP consultant. So he also, like influenced me to go ahead and do this course and get into IT.
Where does he work?
He's working with Infosys, Bangalore. Presently, he's
Bangalore.
placed in US.
Oh, okay. So he's the main motivator for you.
Yes, he is actually.
Okay, good. Good. See, along with SD, what happens is down the line we will work out in some GTS or some add-ons. There is a trick in getting placed. See, we should have that sellable skills.
Mhm.
When a television is not being sold, they will add a DVD free and sell those TVs.
Right.
Actually, they'll sell it at more cost together. Something which is out of the old models, they will just. So this is the same thing you have to do it when you go to a market. When your resume is not being, if you have vanilla SD, nobody will take you. Somebody will ask you, do you know about Vertex engine? You should have that update on what this Vertex and Vistex is all about for the US pricing model. So something for Indian companies they may ask same. So those add-ons, yes, I will tell you the trick, and I'll take some mock interviews at the end of the course. Like I'll see that yes, you will meet the required or desired skills. It is again not just learning, not just certification. It is about the you have to do the implication actually. You should know how to implement the process. So end to end, then obviously things will work fine. Yeah, see, this is an intro session. We will again catch up. Sunita will coordinate with you.
Okay.